Coming. A little slow, but it's coming. Hey, Dorothy, glad you made it. Nancy, Stu. Hi, Stu's camping too. Out. Everybody's out enjoying it. We're not giving up on boat nights yet. We're still holding out for another week. He said we got another week of a chance to be able to go watch another sunset before it gets cold here. We're trying. We'll get there.
What do you got going on over
It's
there?
trying. It's still coming in. Pony Express, but it's a coming. We're not. There we go.
I
All
see
right.
Miss Sue. Where's Jeff? Tell Mr. Jeff we want to see him.
No doubt. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We are live on YouTube and Zoom here. So anybody wanting to catch in, if you're on YouTube, type your questions in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll get everything going here. But we just want to come in and say, welcome. I'm Tammy. It's my hubby, Lance. We are the Journey to Healing team, and we are excited to get everybody up and going this week. We got lots of stuff going on. Dr. Boz's 21-day metabolic kick in the butt starts next week. So the coaches are meeting this week, and of course, the students all start next week. So we're so excited. So we got things going all around the clock right now. So it's going to be a fun little journey.
A new night for us.
Yes.
Thursday night.
Night for Thursday. So we're trying this out. Hopefully it's going to work better for the winter and the fall, or the fall and the winter. So we'll get whatever direction we're going, but we'll get everybody going in this new schedule, and I'll try it out, see how it goes. And then hopefully that'll give us some family time and some time too. If anybody wants to catch Dr. Barry on Monday nights, we will both be able to go watch him and just catch everybody that we can. Dr. Boz will be on Tuesday nights. We have our classes on Wednesday night, back to here on Thursday night. And I like the idea of being at the end of the week to be able to get everybody prepped and ready for the weekend. So I think there's just a little plan we got going on here. So we're going to ride it out and see how it works. But we are doing good. We are not fasting this week right now.
Thank goodness.
We are not. We just had a lot of stuff going on this weekend and hit some chemistry issues and some medicine issues and things that we were dealing with. So it wasn't a good week for us. So we're going to get started again, though, this week coming. A couple of things, announcements that I want to make is we will be doing the sardine challenge with Dr. Boz and the 21-day group over there. I figure if we're doing it over there with her group, we might as well be doing it here with you guys too. So if you want to check out the website, journeytoketo.com, and go down under work with me, there is an events calendar there. And tomorrow I will be putting up all these challenges. We're going to start doing monthly challenges in the group. So this month will be the sardine challenges on the weekend with Dr. Boz, so we can do them with the group and everything. But we're going to list those over there on that calendar. So anytime you want to check in and see what's going on, we will have it in the big group, but we'll also have it over there on that calendar so you can set your schedule to whatever works with you. We like doing fast and sardine challenges and stuff like that Sunday. We start Sunday afternoon, usually after church on Sunday. We can come home and have family dinner or whatever we're going to do. And then we start our fast or our sardine challenge. Then we break Wednesday when he gets home from work. So it just works into our schedule. Doesn't mean that's what you have to do, but it just gives you a little pattern to go by if that works for you. If not, adjust it how it fits for you, and we'll get in and keep going. But I'm feeling okay. My chemistry's still off. My glucose is still too high. So I'm trying to get ready to jump in with these sardines and mackerel and all the fun stuff. I got stocked up. We just got a case of everything this week. And you guys can all thank Olivia for what I'm about to share with you. First of all, I found a sardine that I can't say I like, but it goes down easier.
She almost said it. She almost said it.
Right? They go down easier. They are not as stinky. I don't know, but I put them over on our Amazon page, and I just bought a case of them. So they are the same company that the kippers are by.
They're Polar.
One is the smoked sardine, and this one is the kippers. And we mix them together. And thank you, dear Olivia. We now have cod livers. And anybody that had themselves worked up for cod livers, I had myself all worked up and all in a tizzy over trying cod livers. And I will tell you, they are the easiest out of all of these. They are so mild. They are not anything you have pictured for liver, at least not in my head. So I can open the can, salt these up, and eat them plain. But I've been mixing them in with all of these, plus a can of mackerel, and making the little patty kind of thing like Olivia did. I'm going to work on that recipe so we can get that posted too, but it's getting these in me a lot easier than we normally would. And we
Could be a video
coming if we can get them down without bad faces.
No.
Or bad words. Well, there's that too. But anyways, these are all on the Amazon storefront. So go over to journeytoketo.com, go down to the Amazon storefront. Everything is over there. Get a case of them, get them stocked up, get the big sleeve of them, and get them in your house. Because first of all, they're not something you're going to go out and buy when you're needing a fix. So have them stocked and ready and have nothing else and have no other options. It makes it quite easy to do. Because
Can't eat them if you don't have them.
right? And you can't not eat them if that's the only thing you have. So you got this. So stay stocked and ready. Get ready for the week. Look at your calendar, see how it's going to go. See what fits into your schedule, and let's encourage each other. Let's get this chemistry going. The sardine challenges, we all laugh through them. They're a great little bonding experiment, and it is amazing to see how many things you learn from those little guys. You know, you learn where your addictions are coming in. You learn where the coping skills are coming in. You learn so many things of where food controls you. So when you switch to and commit and trying to do hard things and committing to hard things, 3 days of sardines is not easy for some of us. And it proves to you that you can do this. So if you need that chemistry shift, you need to clean up that glucose, anything like that, they're a great tool. As much as they are not my favorite food, they are one of my favorite tools to have in our toolbox. So get your calendar set, get ready, and come on in and do it with us. So we have our in-house rock star, our little superhero, Miss Olivia. Will you come in and check in? Tell us how you did traveling, how your numbers are, and how do you regroup and jump back in after vacation?
Yeah, that's tough one, isn't it?
Right?
Yeah,
But it's real. It's so true.
it is real, and it's so much fun to travel, especially when you go to cooler weather, leaving Texas. But and I try to usually prepare ahead of time. Like I spent a day and a half just cooking all the meals so that we'd have plenty and we wouldn't be tempted and whatnot. And during the 14 days, we only ate out twice. Once because we stopped in Colorado where we had lived for a couple of years, and there's a favorite restaurant that we like, so we stopped there and ate at that restaurant. But we did pretty good, or I did pretty good. My husband will have his glass of wine or a beer, but he eats only what I give him, but sometimes he goes off of it. And then on the way back, we came through Kansas City and we stopped with some friends and we had dinner with them. And so we stayed in their house instead of in the camper because she wanted us to stay indoors with them. And she cooked breakfast for us, and it wasn't a keto breakfast. And I didn't want to make her feel bad, so I kind of went off there, but it wasn't too terribly bad. So for the last 3 months, they've been kind of stressful and with a couple of family issues going on with my kids. And then I had a family get together for my husband. So I kind of went off a little bit there, not too bad. But just with the stress and everything, it did affect my A1C had been like 5.1, and then it went up to, I had my lab test done last week, and so it was up to 5.4. And I knew exactly what it was. It was the stress, and it was not staying consistent like I normally do. And then my insulin went from 1.7 to 5, and both of those numbers are normal, but it's still higher than I normally am. So it doesn't take much for those numbers to start creeping back up. And then before I went traveling the 14 days, I had started an 8-week fasting. And I tried doing it while I was camping, but it was really tough with all that food in the fridge that I had spent so long preparing. So I didn't fast while I was gone. So I skipped a couple of weeks. And so I don't know what most people do. I'd be interested in finding out. When you break that 8-week fast, and then when you start over, do you count it as week 1 again, or do you go to like week? Yeah, that's what I've always done. And but I wasn't sure what other folks do. So right now I've started another, I'm on my 2nd week again of starting the 8 weeks. So I'm fasting right now. I didn't start on Sunday like I normally do. I started on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday. So I finished tomorrow morning. But I checked my numbers an hour ago, and I'm at a DBR 5. So I
Okay, so does everybody understand that? So
That's awesome.
but here's the backup for it. So we can all cheer her on, and that is phenomenal. But just know she's done the work.
Yeah.
She didn't start out there. And that is where I just love her story, because she is such an inspiration of, she didn't start there. She's done the work, and then getting in that routine and getting that rhythm going, getting that chemistry going. First of all, that A1C don't lie. To go from a 5.1 to a 5.4, I just got my numbers back and I went from 5.1 to 5.3. So it doesn't take much to get those numbers creeping up. But Olivia, I'm so proud of you. And you're always such a neat story to listen to and learn from, because she's done the work. She stays consistent. She comes back. You don't stop living life. You don't stop enjoying. You don't stop doing things with your husband, going on date night, things like that. But she can come back and she knows exactly what to do. And if you look at what she's at, to be a DBR of 5, coming off of how many weeks and weeks of vacation and travel and people and stress and all of that, and to come off of that and be able to go right back into a DBR of 5, that's what metabolically flexible means. That is what we're all striving for, is to get that flexibility in there of being able, it doesn't mean we can't ever go do anything, but when you come home, you know how to shoot clean up, and you know how to get right back on the wagon, so you're right back to building health instead of bringing it down. So good.
And again, I mean, kudos to you, because you don't let those little slip ups get you off track.
Yeah.
You go right back on, and that goes right back to your, I don't want to say dedication, but it is dedication to doing the steps and laying the foundation correctly, and always going back to that. So that's what that DBR of 5 is, because of what you've done prior.
Yep. Good job, but welcome home. We've missed you.
Exactly.
Thank you. It's great to be back.
We've missed you. Come on in, our next superhero, Sue. Come and check in.
Out from the camper there.
Sue's a camping. Is she hearing us? Can you hear me, Sue?
Nope.
All right.
She's got nature going on.
Dorothy, you're up. Sue's ignoring me.
Hi.
Hi, dude.
I want to be like I want to be like Olivia and
Right?
be able to jump right back in,
We
because
need to make a shirt. I want to be Olivia.
Olivia Jr. Olivia want to be.
Right?
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there's Sue. Go ahead,
I
Sue.
can't see any of you guys. The screen's all totally dark. Oh,
Okay.
Lance, I've thought about you all week long.
Oh,
Oh, my
yeah?
gosh.
Why is that?
All right. We'll check.
Okay, I'm having a hard time hearing you guys. I can see myself, but I can't see any of you. I thought about you all week, Lance. This is a 2,700 mile lake.
Ooh.
2,700. What is it, Joe? 27,000 acres.
Ooh.
Nice.
I think. Oh, you would have a ball over here. Oh my God.
You know it.
And we're over here just close to Marion, north of Marion, Indiana, at Salamone.
Okay.
But anyway, it is absolutely beautiful. My DBR was 106 this morning. Of course, you all know I got down really, really low before I came out here, which is fine. I'm eating 2 meals a day out here, which I wasn't. So I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it, because I know when I leave tomorrow, we'll have breakfast here tomorrow. And then once I leave here, that'll be all I'll have for probably 70. I don't know if I'm going to do another 72. I might do a 48. I don't know. I had cut my protein way down to where I was getting 50 a day. And this last fast, I was hungry all the time.
Time to bump it up.
So, well, I've been doing 100 and I'm not losing any weight. So I cut it down to 50. I'm just hungry. So anyway, I'm not, like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'll be right back on it as soon as I get out. And I haven't eaten anything I shouldn't have. But we ate good, Joe says.
Yeah, boy.
But I mean, he's down. He don't need to lose any more weight. I can't keep his pants on him the way hit 34s and we can't keep them up.
Nice.
So we're good. We're heading out back to reality tomorrow, and now I can see you guys in the little window. I don't know if I turn it around if you can see what our view is or not.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and we're enjoying it. This is one of the nicer spots to see the lake. But anyway, we're fine.
Well, have fun, and we're glad you're here.
Yep, enjoy.
I guess I want to know something though, and Olivia's there. Because I think I got down to a DBR of 8 this last week. How do we know it's too low? Does it ever get too low? No?
Nope.
Because I was at 24 when I went into that fast. And I thought I wasn't going to do it because it was already pretty low. And then I thought, well, heck with it. I'm going to see how low I can get it. Yeah. So I didn't know if there was a limit. I mean, if she's at 5, I guess I still have to keep working.
Basically, it's working out your metabolism. The lower you go every time, it's just like lifting weights. It's that max out day that you go ahead and you push your metabolism to that level. And when you do that multiple times, that gets you that flexibility to get down there easier. So, with Olivia hitting 5s, she's been down there before. So her body knows that she can go right back there and start healing again.
And so that's cleaning out that liver.
The same thing for you. You go back to an 8, do that multiple times to get that back down there and say, hey, this is okay, body. I'm allowed to do this. We can do this.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
I don't know. But anyway, when we leave here tomorrow, then I'll start again. We'll see. I probably had more protein this weekend than I should have, but I'm not too bad with 106. I know that's high, but it's not too bad. I'll take it. So we'll be fine.
Well, you text Jeff and tell him to get on here with us. He needs to come and check in and see us.
He is struggling. He really is, and I keep talking to him, but he knows it.
Text him, tell him to come and see us.
Okay, I can do that. All right. Bye.
Thank you. Just know too, what Sue's talking about, what Olivia's talking about, when we're talking about those 8 weeks of 72s, that's that advanced level that we're all pushing towards and getting to. We don't live like that all year round, all the time. But those of us that are metabolically broken, that really have the damage, we do it. Lance and I do it. We hit those 8 weeks. Olivia's done it. Sue's done. You hit those 8 weeks. And then you reevaluate. We usually take 1 week off and we'll go to a restaurant that we enjoy or something like that on a weekend. But we get right back in it. And we try to keep going in those 72s just because that is what makes us feel good. That is what breaks loose that mitochondria. That is what gets everything moving in the right direction for most of us that are broken. Now, fasting is not mandatory, but it is one of those tools to have in the toolbox. And trust me, I was one of the people that said I would never fast. I'm hypoglycemic. I will die. And I remember that feeling going through my head, the words coming out of my mouth. And I will promise you all this. It is the absolute best I have felt since the day they put chemo in my body. So it's a tool. It is not that we always have to, and it's all about fasting. But when you are fat adapted, when your chemistry is correct, your chemistry is carrying you through a fast. We are not just white knuckling it and starving through a fast. That is not what we do. There is a different chemistry shift of fasting to get into ketosis, or we reverse that process and we get you into ketosis to be able to fast. That means you're fat adapted. Most of us could live quite a while off the fat and the fuel that's stored in our body. I know I have enough fat around me. I am not going to die anytime soon of starvation. My body's got fuel there. It just needs to go find it. And we have to flip that switch of becoming fat adapted. Then I know the days that I'm not eating, those calories and that fuel is coming from somewhere. But there's a chemistry shift that we work really hard. So if there's any newbies out there that are seeing those DBRs and those posts over in the big group, the reason we do that is getting that chemistry ready to fast, or seeing how low we can get that glucose cleaned up and get that liver cleaned up. Diabetes is reversible. Neuropathy is reversible. Heart disease is reversible. Arthritis is reversible. All of those inflammatory diseases, IBS, all of that, it is reversible. You've just got to be willing to do the work. And that is what we all talk about. That's why we get so passionate about it. And that's why we stay so diligent in it, because I would much rather control what goes in my mouth rather than having to take fistfuls of medications every day. Fix the root of the problem and you don't need the medication. And that is where I'm not telling you not to take your medicine. I am not telling you not to take anything, but I'm telling you do the work till you don't need it. And you will prove it to yourself. Your labs will prove it. You will prove it. So it is a win. Yes, it is an absolute win when you get there. And if we can, one of these days, we're going to have a list up over in the group of have everybody list the meds that you've removed since doing this. I know I have a bag full of prescriptions that I used to have that.
I'll go first. I have one. Advil. I used to pop Advil like Pez.
Right.
Not anymore, but that's my only one.
He's lucky. He's never been really
Yes, I'm
sick.
very
He's,
lucky.
he's
Very
very
blessed.
blessed. Very blessed. He's got some good genes. So, but this is why we do that. And if you're watching on YouTube and you think, oh my God, these people are crazy because they fast or anything like that, just know it is a process. And once you get this chemistry shift going, it's almost a challenge and a goal.
It's a tool. I mean, it's a tool to stress your mitochondria and to stress your metabolism in your body. When you get to that level, you naturally need another stress. So don't freak out. It's just one of the steps that you go to when you get there. When you get to that landing of those stairs, then it's time to do that. Up until then, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. But getting that chemistry right on a daily basis and cleaning that liver out, getting that glucose down, getting that insulin under control. That's what we're all working on so hard to accomplish. So, all right. So come on in. Tammy, do you want to come check in? Oh, wait a minute. Do we go back to Dorothy?
Yeah, Dorothy was up there.
Dorothy was up next. All right. We're jumping around.
You want to go, Dorothy?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. My DBR today was, I think, 63. I just looked at it and I forgot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
That's solid.
Yeah, my glucose, I've never had it below 100 yet, but I'm thinking that sardine challenge is what I hear from you guys that will help that. I don't know. I'm just learning leaps and bounds, and I love listening to all you people, and I love the beginner's course too, because buying that book and trying it on my own, I wouldn't have made it because it was too confusing, and I was like, whoop, whoop, whoop. I was already in OMAD and doing that and thinking, oh my goodness, how can I fast? I can't hardly make it, with 2 meals a day. So knowing that that I'm okay right where I'm at, and it's going to take a little bit of time, I like that because I like you guys have said, it took me a long time to get my body this way where I have a lot of inflammation and arthritis and things that I deal with like that. So I'm just excited to be able to heal those things without drugs, without stuff. And I'm feeling so much better. And I've been on a weightlifting plan for about 2 months now. And my husband and I are walking. So I'm really sore. Like when I do it, it's not like, ooh, that felt good. I'm like, owie. I tried to get up and down the bleachers tonight at a volleyball game. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is embarrassing, but almost had to crawl down. But anyway, I see progress and I'm really excited for the future. And I have to take the cotton out of my ears and put it in my mouth and listen to all you guys that have been doing this for a while. So thanks.
Yeah. Tammy, we're so glad you're here. And it is such a learning lesson. And we've all done that. How many of us have went through this? And I will tell you, just about every veteran that I see on the screen here has done exactly what you said. And we all try to push through it. We jump, we hopscotch through, we skip steps because I don't need to worry about that one. And every one of us crash and burn and we come back and start over. And that is exactly why, as a business, as even personally for my own health, that is why we've broken Keto Continuum down into 3 levels. And it's one of those, I'm not one of those people. I tried forcing my body. I'm bullheaded as all get out, so I can bullhead my way through anything, but my chemistry was not catching up fast enough. And I don't want to white knuckle it through. I want to make this be a lifestyle that lasts a lifetime. And that is the difference. So that's why we broke it up. That's why we set your chemistry in that beginner level. When you're ready, then we move you to intermediate. Then we master that. We get all of that down pat, get those fat-based hormones working, get everything churning along, work over the bumps. You know, everybody's struggles are different. Us girls with hormone issues and things like that, it's a different process than it is for the guys. You know, they rock and roll and run with it. I mean, Sue's husband's pants won't stay up. Lance can, I mean, kick it out like there's no tomorrow. I mean, it does happen that way. And us girls will be twice as strict, twice as diligent, and our chemistry just takes some time to get going. That's okay. We're doing this to last a lifetime. So get in that intermediate, and then and only then, when you're ready, do we push into that fasting. But when you get in with like-minded people, I truly do think that is the answer. Of you learn so much by saying, ah, here's how Olivia traveled. Ah, here's how Diane, can do this. Or, you learn so much from each other. And when Dr. Boz says it takes a tribe, I think that is the best advice she could give you, is showing up in a tribe. That's why we push the group coaching even more than the one-on-one. I mean, honestly, I make more money on the one-on-ones. I would rather see everybody show up in a group and learn more and make it a lifestyle and show up here like that. So we
And
can
everybody is at different levels too.
Yeah.
And everybody feeds off each other in a group setting. So that, I mean, that's why we do it here.
Yep.
Olivia can teach things, Dorothy can teach things, Tammy, Diana, Sue, Nancy, Jen, everybody can teach things because everybody's at a different spot.
And I think there's always somebody in front of you to learn from.
Yep.
And there's always somebody behind you that you're inspiring, that you are pulling up. So it's almost like hold hands, because there's somebody in front of you pulling you forward, and there's somebody that you just reach back because there's somebody that's going to grab your hand too.
Absolutely.
And that's truly how I see it in my head, of let's help each other through it. We have veterans that life just happens and things kick you in the gut, and you've got to just take a pause and step back. It happens. I mean, you guys all know a few months ago when I buried my brother, it was just one of those moments. I couldn't stay into that advanced level for nothing. And I do it effortlessly. I mean, this isn't a struggle for us anymore. This is a lifestyle. But in the midst of the emotions, in the midst of the running back and forth to Cleveland Clinic, we're a couple hours from Cleveland Clinic, life just happening. It's hard, and you just got to hit pause, and you got to stay there. And I'm telling you, that's where your tribe gets you through. That's where you learn to navigate your own chemistry and your own emotions. You learn how much addiction of the food addiction affects you, how much you turn to food for stressors, for coping skills, for love, for enjoyment. You guys have heard me talk about, when my brother was laying on his deathbed and having our last few moments together, and my family coming carrying boxes of the pizza and donuts that our family grew up on. And it was just that emotional moment of, we grew up on these as kids, and my grandparents were friends with the family that owned the pizza shop. So it has been a part of our family. The emotional connection to the stupid pizza was overwhelming, but it was that donut and the pizza that was my brother's last meal. And, it was those kind of things when you can sit and have that emotional connection. But when you realize that connection to food, and the big lesson in it is all the pizza and all those special donuts in the world, I would have forfeited all of it to have another moment with my brother. And you learn how much those foods affect you and how much you turn to them. And it's hard to see.
Everybody in here can tell that same story in a different light.
Yep.
So don't think that you're alone when you go through struggles like this. Everybody has struggles. I don't care what level you're at. If you're at Olivia's level or Nancy's level or Dorothy, whatever level you're at, you will have struggles. Be patient and realize that, yes, I will have a struggle. That's just another opportunity for me to stress my metabolism or take a break, whatever works.
But here's the thing, when we take a break, I don't think in the 5 years we've been doing this, we have never went, and this lays on my desk every day. Just know I've had this on this crappy old little protector on my desk for 5 years. Sorry. I've never, as many times as we've fallen back in 5 years, we've never went back to step 1.
No.
I don't even know that we've ever went back to step 2. You fall back, we may fall back to number 4, to 2 meals a day.
You don't fall off.
You don't start over. I mean, we hold ourselves accountable. and you start there, but you keep doing the same work over and over. That's how it becomes a lifestyle, and it's a
Yep.
lifetime. So come on in, Dorothy.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's all right. I wanted to add what Tammy was saying to Tammy. I've done this. I went through the Keto Continuum course twice, and both times I thought I could handle it without my tribe. And that's why I'm here today, because I can't, because I don't have family support. Like my husband's in there just cooking popcorn on the stove, so I had to close the door.
Man.
But I mean,
Did you hear the gasp of the whole room?
he lets me do my thing, but he doesn't, Anyway, that's why I'm here, and that's why I need to be here. And I have fallen off. I've done the vacations like Olivia, but I went off the rail completely. But my DBR today was 124 this afternoon when I checked it. So I'm back from a long week or a week of vacation last week, which I went off the rail completely. So, but knowing that I got to come back and that Tammy can check my numbers, and then I'm sharing my numbers daily with Diana and Sue, which is great support. That helps me stay on track and puts me back where I need to be. So for that, I thank you.
That's awesome.
Thank you, Dorothy.
Just to say that Diana and Sue are helping you get to where you need. That is the tribe. That's why we're here.
And I will tell you, there's majority people that are in our, that group has 1,500 people over there. And I will bet you that the majority of the people in there, this tribe is their support. There are so many people over there that have no support at home, no family support, no spouse support, no nothing. We are each other's family and tribe right here. And sometimes it is the only encouragement and the only like-mindedness that you get. You don't have to justify with us why you're eating what you're eating. You're not, having to answer the stupid question one more time of, oh my God, you're fasting. Oh my gosh, you can't eat.
And we won't beat you. We won't beat you up if you fall off.
But what's happened in the past is I would, nobody was looking at my numbers. So when my numbers started looking bad, then I would quit tracking them, and then I would eat whatever I wanted, so I've made myself a promise this time, regardless of what I eat, I'm going to track my numbers and I'm going to post them every day. So if y'all see really high numbers, you can get on my butt.
Yeah. And maybe we all need to cheer each other on in that. Boz even talks about a part of part of your tribe. It's not to shame you, but there is some shame in coming back and saying, oh, I ate the pizza. There is some shame in verbalizing that to your people. We are your people. We're not going to bash you for it, but we're going to say, come on, Dorothy, you got this. We can, you're back on track, and we can do it together. And when you encourage each other, that is what actually is going to help the neural pathway in your brain.
Yeah.
So much as that long-term healing is what we're looking for. So it's all right, you got this, but you know what? It's not an excuse for this week to be bad. It's, that may be the excuse for last week, but we're going to get better this week and we're going to do better. So that's another challenge I think we're going to put on. You guys just gave me an idea. We're going to do a chronometer challenge. Let's see who can track for the
chronometer or Keto Mojo.
Oh, we got to get chronometer first to get to Keto Mojo.
Oh,
look out. There we
go. See, when I eat bad, I don't put it in chronometer. So, I'm going to start doing that. And that was another promise I made to myself. I'm going to do chronometer every day, and I'm going to do Keto Mojo every day, and I'm going to post every day. So, and I always wake up and I'm like, oh, I wonder what Diana and Sue's numbers are this morning.
Well, keep putting them over there. I love being able to check in with you guys and be able to scan down through. And the cool part of it is I love to be able to flip back through that and go back and see where you were a month ago. Yeah. So that's why it's important to do that, even though it's annoying and we all got better things to do. Get over there and put them over there, because that's going to be a little check-in that it's going to be there. We don't delete those. So unless Facebook does God only knows what, but you can go back through the dates on there and scroll back and see where your numbers were a month ago. Yeah. So that's the beauty of that big group, of being able to just keep doing that. So good job.
Sue, tell Jeff that we need him back in this conversations.
Yes,
absolutely.
He needs back over here now. We are going to be on him.
I will. I keep telling him and trying, and he's just...
Tell him you're going to give all of us his phone number if he don't.
Tell him you're going to post his phone number.
Oh, I could do that.
Oh, she said she likes that.
Then we can all text him.
Well, he did that. He did tell me today, of course, you all know he started at 450 pounds and he got under 300 he did tell me today, he said, Mom, I'm getting back to too close to 300. So he's got to do it. I
Yep.
will tell him. I will
Tell
tell
him you're going to post
Okay,
his
that's
phone number.
great.
He's going to have 500 mamas on his butt if he don't get back over here.
I like that. Yeah.
We love it. So good job. So thank you, Dorothy, for jumping in. Come on in, Diana.
Hi guys.
Hey.
Hey, I was so excited to get home. I had to take my mom to the doctor today, and it was a little bit challenging. My mother's dementia sometimes can get the best of me, but I was so excited to be able to make it back home because you
Woohoo!
guys are family.
Right?
Yep.
It's like, I need you.
We need you too. That's why we're here.
And Tammy, I want to just say to you about, I know you mentioned you got lot of arthritis. I'm a little over 4 months, like doing this really strict. And I honestly don't think there's hardly a joint in my body that does not have arthritis, but I feel so much better. My worst joint was my right hip, was bone on bone, and it barely even bothers me anymore. So,
Praise the Lord. All right.
Amen.
this is going to work. It will.
Thank you.
So,
It definitely works.
Yeah, that's one of those non-scale victories that Tam talks about all the time, because you one of these days you'll just be moving and all of a sudden, wait a minute, that didn't hurt to go down the steps.
Yep.
What? Okay, let me see something else. Oh, it doesn't hurt to go up the steps now. So, I mean, those little things that will let you know that you are making a difference.
yeah, that's what it was with me. And something else I noticed just like a couple weeks ago. I don't know, you probably can't see my hands, but a couple months ago, I could not make this fist. There's
Nice.
arthritis in my fingers. I got both thumb joints that could have been replaced a long time ago, but I wasn't brave enough to do it. I've had carpal tunnel surgery on both hands. It's like I could not make a fist. And I just realized the other day, oh my gosh.
That's awesome.
I was
So-
waking up and my fingers, I mean, it was getting bad. My fingers were stiff and I'm just like, wow.
Those little non-scale victories, those are the ones that I think are life-changing. I know with the neuropathy, when I was finally able to buy a regular pair of tennis shoes that were not like diabetic cushions with diabetic insoles and diabetic this and pain neuropathy, that the first time I was able to just buy a cheap old pair of Skechers or something just plain and simple and be able to walk in them, brought tears to my eyes. That
No,
was
the night we were
Yeah.
at that worship concert, and we were on a blanket in the middle of this field, and we're doing the worship concert outside because
Right
it was
after
just
COVID.
right after COVID, and our church got together, and it was a nice summer night, and she had wore these shoes, and all of a sudden I just looked down, and she is worshiping in the grass in her bare feet. She had kicked her shoes off and was standing there in her bare feet, and I smacked her on her leg. I said, "Look at you." And she said, "What?" I said, "Look down."
I stepped over though to catch the frisbee,
And she looked down,
and it
and
was like
she's in the grass. She didn't even realize it.
my feet hadn't touched the grass in 18 years.
And it was awesome.
So-
I mean, it was just,
Those are non-scale victories. That's true healing and health. That is just the differences these things start to make. And everybody's like, why do you guys live like that? And how can you stay that strict? And because
of
that
right there.
Yep. Those moments right there that let me still be able to go enjoy life and live life again. I'm not pushing around a damn walker. I'm not out running any marathons. I've still got weight to lose. I've still got issues I'm trying to deal with. But you know what? I can get up and go walk. I can get up and go enjoy watching my kids. I got my little guy's football schedule that we're going to be able to go watch a football game. I can climb up the bleachers now and sit in the stands. There's just so many things that I wasn't able to do. Those non-scale victories, that's where your why comes in. When you hear us talking about what is your why are you doing this? If your why does not punch you in the gut and make you cry, you are not digging deep enough, or you've never knocked on death's door close enough that you're scared. And most of us in here have had health issues that I truly have knocked on death's door enough times. That is why making decisions for food is so simple for us, because it's, again, do I want pizza on Saturday night or do I want Christmas with my kids again? I look at it that simple, that it's a no-brainer. Do I want that pizza with my brother? Nope, I want my brother back. It's, when you can put those things together and put it in perspective, it makes your food choices so easy. And it sounds like you're being a drama queen, But if you list it out that simple, that's really the reality we're all dealing with. Do you want diabetes and an injection every damn day? Do you want the glucose to stay high? Do you want to lose your feet? Do you want whatever? Or do you want a Diet Pepsi every day? So when you can put it in perspective and really dig into what matters, again, it's not about the food on your plate. Look up from your food and look over that table, because it's about the people around you.
I hate needles, so sardines are good.
Right? He'll eat sardines every day. Easiest man to cook for and please there is.
Yeah.
So,
no diabetes here.
But just know that is why we're so passionate about it. And that's why, we don't want to make it sound like it's easy, because it is hard to work through the issues.
This is work.
Sorry, Lance. I'd take a needle over a sardine any day.
Oh, come on now.
I love
Add
it.
some mustard,
Hey.
Nancy. Add some mustard.
Mustard in an
I
air
have
fryer.
added mustard. I've added all kinds of stuff, done all kinds. I'm not quitting. I mean, people put out different suggestions. So
This
it's
one's
like,
better.
okay.
I'm telling you, you need to try it.
The macro. Just
I already
do the,
have like over half a dozen or
Do the
more, a
macros.
dozen in my. Yeah, I could do macro, but I'm afraid it's not going to be as good. So
well, it's not as good, but it's a second choice down.
yeah,
I mean, it's the
I can
smash.
get the first can down. After that, or the second can even, but after that, I can't do it.
So go to macro for the next can.
Do 2 cans and a can of mackerel.
Yeah,
Don't
2 cans is pushing it.
Okay, do a can and then do a mackerel.
I don't know what to tell you. It just, I don't have that, whatever. I don't have the mustard in me to keep pushing through.
Hey, you tell your daddy to get on here with us and he can.
No, are you kidding? He's the most non-social person.
I got to meet her daddy today. He's a hottie. He's a little hottie. He's adorable.
Hey, she's making me do it, so
He's
I'm the
got
most
it.
biggest
That's right.
in the world.
Where are you from? Where are you from, Diane?
What'd you say?
Where are you from?
I'm actually originally from Chesterfield, Missouri, up towards St. Louis. I
Yeah,
live around the
right.
Lake of the Ozarks now, but
Yeah, unless you're a New Englander. We
Oh.
Nancy, you
stick
need
our
to take
heels
one for the
down.
team.
You could do
Yeah.
it. New England has some of the best seafood in the world,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
including
I'm not
sardines.
coming to visit. Oh,
I
we're all
would
coming to
never eat
Nancy's
a,
house.
I would never eat a lobster that hasn't just come out of the ocean again. That's
Oh.
what a difference.
Oh,
First
absolutely.
time I had that, it was like, oh, okay, I'm done. The only time I'll have it if it comes out of Georgetown,
No.
Oh,
Maine.
we're coming to your house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm in Florida now.
Oh, that's right. You're
Yeah,
in
now
Florida.
you're in
Yeah,
Florida.
no, don't come here. It's too hot. Sorry, I just, I get a nursing background. I've dealt with needles. I've given myself needles.
See,
Not
that's
insulin. I don't ever want to be on insulin.
a
I got
brain
enough
disorder.
problems with insulin, but B12 or whatever. It doesn't bother me at all. And
Yeah.
it bothers me even less to give somebody else a shot.
See, that's a problem.
Sadistic thing you are.
Don't you have a hard time with this? I don't feel a thing.
Nope, don't feel a thing.
Hey, eat them
Yeah.
sardines. You'll be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, no, sorry.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
listen to her. She sounds like Boz now.
Right?
Yeah. Well,
Who do you
that's
think
why I
taught
don't-
me?
That's why I don't listen to Boz.
Oh,
That woman is ruthless. I'm
No.
telling you, man.
Sorry.
The
No.
first time we traveled down to film with her and went down, we literally traveled with a sleeve of sardines in our suitcase.
Yeah.
But it was one of those we had to stay on course and stay going while we were traveling. And it was like, what an easier, cheaper way. It's like easy traveling.
Yeah. Well, I'm not there yet.
not there yet.
Not there. You'll
Keep
get
climbing
there.
them steps.
You'll get there.
No.
All right. Come on in. Hi, Jen. Come on in. Welcome to the crew. Sorry about the chaos. Oh, we got you muted. Come on in. Say
She's
hi.
trying.
There we go. Maybe.
Maybe. There we go. Yes. No. Almost. There we go.
Did I do it? I did
Got it.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you. Tammy, my friend, Tammy Mayer has invited me here tonight.
Yay.
All right.
Wasn't expecting to be this social, but I'm pretty tired a lot. So, I guess I could share a little bit of my background. I've tried pretty much everything. Just a lot of struggles with weight gain. I'm postmenopausal now, and I have fibromyalgia, rosacea. Have a lot of different things. Don't have faith in the medical system and won't take pharmaceuticals. Um, Even supplements, I am just really freaked out about. I just don't know what to take. And so lately, my husband and I have been doing a lot of carnivore and keto. And although we feel better and we've lost about 20 to 25 pounds, we're at a standstill. And I'm not much for checking numbers, macros, whatever those things are, just the scale. But I feel stuck. I don't know which way to go, and I don't want to get all these tests done. So, joining this group, I thought would be a really good idea for me to get some insight on what everyone's going through. We all got something we can help each other out with, and getting that keto continuum book is something that I'm going to be doing and looking into it. I do need accountability and support. The Lord helps me through a lot of this. And without the constant prayers, my husband prays all the time for us. And it's been difficult. It's been difficult. But I could tell you, if anybody has any suggestions for exhaustion, lack of motivation, whatever it is, I don't know what I'm doing yet 100% for my body. But yeah, so I'm here.
Beef, butter, bacon, and eggs.
Beef, butter, bacon, eggs.
Jen, well, first of all, I just want to say welcome to our tribe, and you are going to be surrounded by some of the most lovely, loving family you've ever had. You do have support now. You're not alone.
Thank you.
That is what we're all here for. We all struggled. We all were exactly where you're at. We all thought we could do it alone. We all thought we could figure it out. And the beauty of Dr. Boz's course, here's the difference. There's a million good doctor videos out on YouTube. We could go search us some Dr. Barry. We could go search us some Benazotti. You could go there, Dr. Mindy. There are so many, Dr. Baker. There are all those good doctors. I am not disputing any of them. They're wonderful. You know what sold me? Was this silly little checklist right here that says when your chemistry is good on number 1, you go to number 2. And you don't hopscotch through it. You heard us all talking about it. We all tried to skip numbers and we all tried to do it, everything. But when you can go one step at a time as your chemistry is ready, there is a plan, there is a sequence, there are macros that you need to check. You do need to get over checking your numbers because that's just putting the blinders on. If you can't fix it and change it, if you can't check it.
If you don't know about it.
If you don't know what you're doing.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm going to jump in real quick and interrupt
you. It's okay.
You'll get to a point. You have to start somewhere. You're at this starting point. So you're here, which is great. You've had enough, which is great. You're at that beginning level. At some point, you'll move through that and you'll want to check your numbers. Yeah. Where am I at? What am I doing? How can I get better? I like the way I feel. I want to get even better. So leave yourself open to that thought because it will happen.
Okay, thank you.
If you check your numbers now, in a month from now, you're going to be so tickled.
You go, hold on.
Because it's going to prove it to you that you're going in the right direction. It's going to prove it to you that this may not happen quick. This isn't going to be the fastest. There's going to be a time I tell you, just get off the damn scales for a while. It's not even the problem. Even me, I mean, you can see me. I'm overweight still. I still have weight to lose. I've just came through a heart attack, 7 shoulder surgeries. Abdominal. I mean, I've had more stuff thrown at me. It's not about the number on my scale. I don't care what my coffin weighs. I care how healthy my cells are. So as the cells get healthier, the weight will come off. So just know that. And as you get healthier and you rebuild and you get healthier and you rebuild and you get that ball rolling, everything starts falling into place. Everybody on here, you look how it just starts one thing at a time. Now the medication you needed for arthritis, you don't need anymore. That energy you're talking about, wait till you're fat adapted and have ketones in circulation.
Oh my gosh.
You can't stop us.
It's just constant. It's just a steady energy.
I mean, I can't wear him out when he's on keto.
She tries. Trust me, she tries.
But it's the ketones in circulation are just phenomenal. And that is what heals. That is what's going to help with the brain health. So again, being at that beginner stage is exciting because you've got nowhere to go but up. You're going to get there. It's just moving one step at a time and moving forward. If you want in the coaching groups with us where it's more one-on-one stuff, we can help you through that. But these support groups right here, you have a whole tribe around you. I hope you're over in the big group where you can start posting your numbers. I'll show you how to do that.
That would be great.
I'll help you
That'd
do
be
that.
great.
But-
So I'm going to say one more thing. So, my friend Tammy over here knows I struggle with migraines all the time. And so I won't take anything, and I do the kids Advil. I'll just do the liquid and it helps keep me at bay, but it'll last 3 to 4 days. And that will mess me up completely. The sugar that's in it, everything. So anything helpful regarding that? I've tried ice, heat.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a little. I'm going to give you a little pop quiz.
Okay.
So inflammation in the joint is what?
Inflammation in the joint.
Arthritis.
Arthritis.
Arthritis. Yeah. Inflammation in the heart is what?
Heart
disease.
Yeah.
Inflammation in the arteries is what? Inflammation in the
high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Inflammation in the nerves is neuropathies.
Neuropathy. Okay.
Okay. Inflammation in the brain is what?
Migraine.
Dementia, Alzheimer's, migraines. It's swelling in the brain.
Yeah.
A migraine is nothing more than the same thing as a hangover when that brain swells and causes the pressure in the brain.
Dehydrated.
So it can be dehydrated, but it's the inflammation. Every time you swell it with too high a glucose in circulation. So that is what controls the swelling of the brain. So it doesn't matter if swelling of the brain come from a TBI, doesn't matter if it comes from alcohol, doesn't matter if it comes from drugs, doesn't matter what that's coming from. It's inflammation in your brain. So get rid of the inflammation, which is exactly what we're all doing. Get rid of that inflammation. The migraines take care of themselves most of the time. So it's phenomenal. It is just an over excess of the inflammation. And when we get that inflammation under control and you get those numbers rolling, that's why those numbers get exciting, because when you're not getting a migraine for 6 months, 8 months, a year, back, it's heaven.
Yep.
So
that will be a blessing because I know when they're coming and I know it wrecks everything. So yeah.
Okay, so I'll throw out one more quick lesson for you. Okay.
Okay.
For inflammation. Okay. If an Advil, this is one of Dr. Boz's lessons. I'll have to find this video because it's a really good one.
Yeah, we need to post it.
If an Advil has a $1 value, so Advil is an anti-inflammatory, goes in, takes down some inflammation. Yep, it helps a little bit. You said the kids wouldn't even help you. So that's maybe a 50-cent value. So you're an easy fix, so you got that inflammation coming down. When that doesn't work, you go a little bit higher and you get a steroid, you get a steroid prescription, you go a little bit higher. That has like a $5 value as an anti-inflammatory. Ketones in circulation have the equivalent of like a $20 value. So getting ketones in circulation, and that doesn't mean just drinking ketones. That means let's teach your liver how to make a ketone, your body producing a ketone. Ketones are in constant circulation for that brain health and everything else that's going on. So I would quit worrying about the Advil, quit worrying about the other things, and get the inflammation down, and let's teach your body how to make ketones.
Yep.
Amen. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
So nice to meet you all.
You
welcome
too.
to the
Welcome
tribe.
in.
Okay,
Come on in. Who we got? Linda.
Yep.
Come on in and say hi and check. Oh, there you go. Hang on. We got you muted, Linda. There you go.
She's in her happy. She looks like she's in her happy place.
One more. Try again. You're still muted. There you go. There we got you.
How's this?
Good. Come on in.
So Olivia is my bestie.
Oh, lucky you.
And
right?
Yes, lucky me. I'm the luckiest person in the whole world. And for years, Olivia has asked me about, my interests and would I be interested? And I have very politely brushed her off. And it has just been recently, actually just maybe 2 months that I've been doing this, and I'm still so new. And I call her at least 2 or 3 times a week with tons of questions. I don't quite understand macros yet, and I definitely haven't started learning whether or not I'm truly in ketosis. But the good news is at 8-10 weeks, I've lost 25 pounds.
Nice.
I feel so so much better. And I know I still have a ways to go. I'm a nurse also, and I at the end of a day, I used to come home from work and just sit on the sofa the whole rest of the evening. And now I get up, I do all the things that I need to be, I'm more productive. But if I sit for more than 15 or 20 minutes, I am so tight and sore when I get up again. So I'm looking forward to learning about how to reduce the inflammation and to continue that trend. But if anybody has an incredible role model, it's
Oh,
me
You
in
got the
Olivia.
best.
do what she does. Just do what she does.
Yeah,
Follow that woman around and you got it
exactly.
made. You
Yeah,
don't need us.
rinse, exactly, rinse and repeat.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well,
But
Linda,
I just wanted to say thank you very much, and I appreciate the venue to be able to be a part of a team, because my husband and I are the only ones out here. I'm a travel nurse, and I'm out here in California, and we have nobody. And
Oh,
so
wow.
it's really, really nice to find this group of, what did you call it? Your tribe.
our
Yes.
I like
tribe.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Linda, welcome. And I am so glad you have Olivia
Thank
on
you.
speed dial, and keep her on speed dial because the woman knows and understands everything you're talking about. Going through those macros, that will all come. Learning how to hit those fat macros. The reason that's so important, and we've all tried this too. We've all tried to say, I don't need to track macros. That's pain in the butt. Nobody has time for that. But this is a fat-based diet, not a protein-based diet. This is a fat-leading diet. And for most of us that have had generations beating our head of no fat, low fat, everything, our hormones are starved to death.
Yes.
So we have got to get those fats in us and get those fat-based hormones. You're a nurse. Estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, leptin, ghrelin, those are all fat-based hormones. They're starved to death. So what we got to do is wake them back up with some fat. Plus, us girls especially, the fat is locked in the cell still. So we've got to ingest that fat to get started, to get our body fat adapted, wake up those hormones, feed them, get everything working again, then progress those macros through. That's why checking those macros is so important. You've got to hit that fat right now. It's hard because most of us are not. I mean, I don't know anybody that starts, and Olivia would probably, Dorothy, all of you would probably jump in on this. I don't know anybody that starts out and you're hitting fat macros okay.
No.
You're not even close. Like Lance's equivalent one time when we checked his after he dropped down some weight and his energy was,
I kept telling her I was hungry.
Like,
She's like, there's no way you're hungry. I said, I'm.
roast. But he would eat a 5-pound roast.
I mean, I would overload on protein. I mean, I was not afraid at all.
We checked his his macros, and he needed 1.25 cups equivalent of fat a day.
Of olive oil.
So we measured it out to have the visual of how much fat he needed to ingest every day to hit his fat macros.
At my leanest point where I was really kicking it, I needed 270 grams of fat a day just to run on. Not to increase anything, just to run on.
The visual of a 1.25 cups of fat was like, holy cow, no wonder you're hungry, because we weren't even close. Kind of thing. And it's so all of us.
I would barely get 100.
You put some,
and I thought I was doing good.
I put some butter in my coffee. I got some MCT. I got some MCT capsules sitting here. I put some heavy cream in my coffee. I'm good. I ate the bacon. I ate, whatever. No, it's not even close for most of us. So doing that at the beginning and hitting those stages to hit those fat macros is what gets the chemistry shift going. We can all go carnivore. I say, think of carnivore as a mindset. We eat the beef, bacon, butter, and eggs. That is our mindset that's our nutrition and the food that's going in. But we got to add the fat, or you're just carnivore. We want the ketones in circulation. We want to make that energy. We want to get the healing of what ketones in circulation. The anti-inflammatory of a ketone is our goal. Now, we got to take your time and teach your liver to make a ketone. That's not an overnight process. So that's why we break it down and make it so, day by day by day, to clean out that liver, make a ketone, get the circulation going, get everything going. That's why those macros matter. I've never been a big numbers person either. It's not easy for me to track. But once you get in a rhythm of, here's my, you get in a rhythm of what foods work for you and you rinse and repeat. So you're going to have 4 or 5 of your favorite meals and you just do it over and over. I mean, tonight I didn't have anything planned. I'm working all day. I didn't have anything. We had eggs and bacon. I mean, he just ate half a dozen eggs and a pound of bacon. I mean, kind of thing. So it's one of those things, you will get that rhythm going, but we got to get that chemistry checked first to know where you're at. The beauty of doing it at the beginning, wait till you see the progress you're going to have in a month or 2. And that's the
Thank
beauty.
you so much. Thank
Welcome
you.
aboard. Come on in, Dorth.
Thank you.
Dorth's going to jump in.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, so are you going by the fat macros that it's told him to be on chronometer?
Well, we had to adjust his weight and adjust it because here's the difference too. Lance, it's nothing for him to run 15 to 20,000 steps a day at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very active.
That fuel that he has to have at work is massive. So we had to, where most of us girls that sit on our butts the majority of the day or do moderate walking, we're not out running marathons like he is. Most of us have to take the allowance that it gives you for a little bit of walking or taking the stairs or something like that. I turn those off for us. We had to turn them on for him to make sure he kept that fuel going. You know,
But we just need to go by what's in chronometer.
Yep.
But
it's going to change as your body changes, as your weight changes, as your inputs change. Chronometer kind of changes that. So you'll see that as you get lower in weight or more activity, how you have it set up, you'll see your fats increase a little bit because you're going to need that energy.
Now, the next step for us girls, just know this, as we get into that more intermediate and start pushing into that advanced, sometimes too, we've got to adjust that protein, you know, because we need to build muscle. We need to keep building, and that's not easy for us. And we need that protein, but we need to get that protein in. And sometimes we can up that protein. That protein can go clear up to, you know, a gram per pound of lean body mass, things like that. We can play with those later on. But you got to get that chemistry right first. You got to get it going. But once you get that chemistry going, then we can play with the macros. We can up your protein because some of us just aren't getting a full on 40 grams of protein. I mean, that's not very much food. So you've got to adjust that. The goal is to try to make sure you're getting the fats in first. Then we adjust that protein. The protein is not as important as hitting that fat macro.
Okay.
Especially at the beginning.
And again, remember, this is a fat-based diet. You are going to run on fat. So that's a huge mindset. That's a big mindset that I had to get into my head. You are going to run on fat. So if
mine says that I need 71 grams of fat at my current weight. Is that right?
It depends on what your goal is.
It's all set right. If you have, you know, if you're still on rigorous or if you're still on, you know, all those settings make all that change as your weight shifts, all of those things will change. Do you have your energy stuff put in there? All those things will change a little bit, but keep doing it and staying at that rigorous mark and hitting those fat macros and then filling up on the protein until it stops working.
Okay.
When it stops working, then we'll adjust.
And it may be too, you got to look at how much weight you want to lose per week.
Well, I've lost 30 pounds, and I started walking and I haven't changed anything in there other than my weight.
Okay. And again, with you, I want to go nice and slow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold tight. Keep going.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yep.
Thanks.
When you feel like it's stopping or you're plateauing, make sure you reach out and let me know. And we'll go through it. But as long as it's still progressively going a little bit at a time, stay
slow and steady.
Okay.
But if you are hungry at some point, if you find yourself, you get to that plateau and it's not doing it for you and you're still a little hungry, I would increase your fat. That is never a bad idea.
Okay. I ate I ate part of a stick of butter yesterday for the first time. Wasn't bad. It was like Kerrygold.
Yep.
I can eat a stick of butter.
I could do that before
I can eat that slab. I could eat that slab of butter.
You know what, everybody, though? Be mindful. Once you've went to that Kerrygold butter, you go back and you try to, I mean, we live in a dairy community. Like, look up Minerva Dairy. That has a cow, a 2-story size cow in the front on the main road of
that's our little town.
They make butter, they make cheese,
and they ship it all around the world.
But Kerrygold butter, once you eat it, you can't go back. The other stuff tastes like wax. Like it's almost that it's hard. It is hard to go back to any type of just regular butter. I hate to say that about our little town.
It's bad.
Sorry. It spoils you, but it's good. But it is good. So, all right, how we doing over on YouTube?
Actually,
over
Jeff chimed in and told
Is
me to
he
tell
over
you.
there?
It says my numbers changed. Don't believe mom. So
Hey,
just to be
Jeff,
on-
we will call you if you don't start
Right.
getting on here.
Jeff, we are all going to be coming after you if you don't get over here and check in pretty quick.
We'll set up a
So-
schedule and call you every 15 minutes.
Right? We'll take a rotation and we'll just start you every morning and get you going. But Jeff,
Yeah.
again,
hey, whatever you're going through, buddy, hang in there tough. But you know the road to be on.
we're
So,
praying for you. You got this. And that is what your tribe is for. So get your butt in here.
absolutely.
We don't just cheer on the good times. We help each other through the hurdles of the bad times. And when we need that, you guys pulled me through months with my brother, and I appreciate and love every one of you for it. But it's not, these life things aren't easy. And I know Jeff's starting a new job and things are kicking in and life is hard sometimes. So Jeff, get on in here and come and say hi, but we love you and we miss
At
you.
least he's tuning in on YouTube.
Right. Any questions over there? I see Sarah over there. Hi, Sarah. Glad you could make it.
Sarah is
Hope you
here.
can make it.
Joanne Potter's in. She commented.
Nice job.
I think the other one question, I think Sarah had a fat adapted versus keto adapted. Is fat adapted when your insulin is low enough to burn the fat and make ketones? And is keto adapted when your mitochondria can burn ketones? How long for my brain to be keto adapted?
Okay, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of deep questions. Fat adapted means that your body knows how to go burn the fat for fuel. So that is our goal. I want my body to go find my butt and gut and everything else that we're dealing with. So we want that to be your fuel. We want your body to be able to go turn on, get that fat, grab it in, make a ketone. It has to be able to grab that fat, pull it into the liver and make a ketone. That's being fat adapted. That is the difference of just keto. You know, when you say keto adapted, you hear people even doing carnivore, they're having the protein, they're eating all the meat. That is great. But some of them are not getting enough fat to teach that liver to make a ketone. So it's kind of the difference of.
And then there's the process of teaching your body to use that ketone.
Yeah. So keeping ketones in circulation. So first of all, your brain knows what to do with it, because that's where the brain health comes in, is keeping those ketones in circulation. So we start out by helping with that with just ingesting them. So that's where exogenous ketones come in. Next level, when we need a little bit more help, we go to the MCT oil, the drboz capsules. I keep it right here on my desk because those start teaching the liver how to make a ketone, not just use a ketone, but it helps you start to make it. Then the next level is your liver is now able to go grab the fat, pull it in, make a ketone, and you don't have to ingest as much. Your body, you get that ball rolling and your body knows how to use and go grab your fat for fuel. But that is, again, those are the steps that you've got to churn out to get there. And it's one step at a time.
Consistency.
Yep. Because we could all do really great during the week. And when I first started coaching this, and we used to teach Dr. Boz's program and 12-week program, we'd have people do great Monday through Friday. Friday and Saturday, go have pizza and beer, and then call us on Monday like, hey, can you fix me? What do I do with my numbers? That was funny for about a month. Then it was like, oh, wait a minute. You can't
do that.
You can't clean the liver up all week long, chuck it back full of glucose on the weekend and think you're going to, because it takes too long to clean that liver out. We've had decades of that liver being full of too much glucose and storage everywhere. So we've had decades of that. So cleaning house and dusting it out and getting rid of it for 5 days is great. But you can't fill it right back up on Saturday and Sunday and think you're going to make any progress on Monday. That is where, when we say a treat, we have a treat day, usually on one of our birthdays. And at Christmas, we have cookie hookie day with our kids. So we'll do that. And maybe a meal on vacation or an anniversary dinner or something like that, have a glass of wine once a year, maybe. I don't even know if have we even had a glass of wine in a year?
We haven't had any alcohol in at least 5 years.
It's just that it's crazy of how much consistency just gets longer and longer. You used to feel like you were consistent if you did it for a week straight and didn't cheat. Now consistent is months. Now we're able to go 2-3 months at a time that we never jump off or anything like that. Even birthdays and stuff like that. It's like, it's easy to make a keto-friendly cheesecake, things like that it's like, it's not about the cake anymore. It's about getting a damn birthday, and we're lucky to have them right now.
And that will get you where Olivia is.
Yes.
Consistency will win every time.
Yep. You guys will get there. We're so proud of you guys, and we love y'all.
One step at a time, guys. One step at a time.
Any questions? If anybody's still wanting in the group coaching, you guys can still get in. We've got that set up where they're pretty much going to be open all month. You can jump in where you want. What we're doing too is Lance has learned how to edit, and he's our new producer for the videos. So the videos, as we get them recorded, he is putting them over into that course that comes when you join the group coaching. There's a little spot at the bottom of the courses now that are going to say week number 1, week number 2, week number 3, week number 4, replays. And we're just going to build out a library. So if you want to sit down and binge on week number 1, what all have we missed? Because what happens, so you guys understand the coaching groups, we go in and we teach the curriculum, of core curriculum, like that first half hour, 45 minutes, we have a lesson to go through. But the rest of the time, the conversation goes wherever we need it to go for the people that show up in the class. So if you have questions or you're working through a struggle, come in. That's what we're here for, is come in and we talk through it. So every week, even though you've been through week number 1 15 times, week number 1, we'll still have a different conversation depending on who shows up with what problems.
Right.
So those videos are what's going to be posted over in the bottom of that.
And it's
group
not
for the
just going to be
replays.
not that month's class. I mean, I have July and August in there as well.
We're going to try to just build it a library.
You're just going to build it. All the week 1s are going to hopefully be in there. All the week 2s from all the classes are going to be in there. So you get a lot of information. We don't want to hold back information for you guys, and anything that you can gain out of somebody else's struggle or somebody else's win, we want you to take that and run with it.
That's the beauty of what the course having this private platform is going to be able to do. So it's taken us a while to get building, but we're loving it, and we're appreciating it's a lot of work, but we're appreciating you guys so much. Please, if you need anything, any supplies, get stocked up, especially on those sardines for the sardine challenge. Go over to journeytoketo.com. The resources tab has all of our supplies, all of our affiliate links over there, and our new Amazon storefront. So Amazon storefront has all kinds of goodies. Lance's got a little Jeep department he's adding. We're doing home decor, beauty,
anything we use,
pet supplies, everything that we have in our home to help live this lifestyle is over on that Amazon storefront. As we have time. We get credit,
including sardines,
including the sardines. We get credit for you guys clicking around and looking over there. So if you want to go window shopping on Amazon, please do it at our storefront. We got to play the algorithm game. So we appreciate it. Costs you nothing, but we got to play the game. So come on in. We welcome all of you.
And don't forget to like, tag, share, and subscribe.
That word
to all our platforms.
You get credit just for us looking?
Absolutely.
For clicking on, yep.
Wow.
Every one of those
clicks are counted everywhere.
That comes and says you have this many clicks, and then you get points for how many clicks. It is crazy. Come on in, Tammy. Are you leaving?
No, I was going to ask you, like Jen was interested in getting the Keto Mojo. Isn't there like a code she could put in to get a discount through you guys?
If you go to, okay, now here's where it gets a little confusing. So I don't want to confuse anybody, but there's 2 platforms over on our website. So journeytoketo.com, Tammy's Lifestyle Favorites. Those are direct links to those. So when you go to my Keto Mojo under there, your first time you buy something, it will come in, you put the, I don't think Mojo has a code. It comes in on my link and it gives you 15% off or whatever. That clicks automatically on your first purchase. On the next purchases, that doesn't work anymore. So the next purchases, that's why we went ahead and put everybody on the Amazon thing too. Even DrBoz's products are over there. Keto Mojo stuff is over there on the Amazon one. It's just so they're at both places. Yes, there's a little bit more credit and you'll save a little bit more if you use the affiliate one that's under Tammy's Lifestyle on your first ones. But a lot of those companies, we don't make anything on the next purchase. So it's one of those, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So we put them in both places just so that when you need them, you can go find them either place. But yes.
Thank you.
And that, Jen, just for your knowledge, that Keto Mojo you will probably use for a long time. It's a good quality piece of hardware, and the support that comes with it. The Keto Mojo people, we know them personally, and they are rock stars. They will help you out. Their whole crew is nothing but just open-hearted people that want to see you succeed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to hear.
And when you go to buy the Keto Mojo for the first time, anybody that hasn't purchased it yet, when you buy the Mojo and you buy the one that has the ketones and the glucose that have 50 or 60 in the pack, it's almost like getting the meter for free. You're really only paying for the one. Now, if you get the meter that only comes with 10, strips of each kind. It's a little, you say it's cheaper, but in the long run, you're better off to get the meter and the ones with 60 strips in each one.
60
That's the
each,
best
yeah.
deal of the package that you can buy.
Yep.
So
Okay.
that's how you save the most money on that one. And you're going to use them. So buying 10 strips is
You'll be ordering strips right away.
save the shipping and everything, or buy them on the Amazon one if you have Amazon Prime, because you get them for no shipping. So free shipping. So
Go ahead, Olivia.
very good. Go ahead, Liv.
I just wanted to tell Tammy Mayer a couple of things. When I first started doing all this almost 6 years ago, I had arthritis and inflammation in my knee so bad that I couldn't go up and down stairs very easily. And it got to the point where I was holding on to both rails, just going up and down. It hurt so bad. But one of the first things that goes away, as they were saying, was inflammation. And it eventually, after several months, the pain went away. And now I do high jumps, I do jump rope, and I do sprints when I go walking. I do 10 sprints during my 45-minute walk. So you will get there. And I just wanted to encourage you to stay consistent, and you will get there. That pain will go away, and you'll be able to do some of those things. So.
Olivia, you are our
Yay.
rock star.
Yes, you are a rock star.
I want to answer Sarah here. She says, can anyone recommend a good source, book, website, YouTube for recipes? So we got more exciting things coming on the back end. We are working on getting a recipe section on the back end of our website where you'll be able to go and look up recipes, put meals together, things like that. So that is coming. But again, that's taking us some time. In the meantime, one of the best ones you can go to is Diet Doctor, dietdoctor.com. And you can put meals together. You can put recipes together. That is what we're trying to build on the back end of our website, is similar to what Diet Doctor has. It's just not a quick fix. You got to build it all. So that's what we're working on. But his is amazing. And there's everything over there. You can go in. Now you got to watch, because he's not necessarily keto like we are. You still have to, even if you go get a good recipe from somebody, you have got to enter it in Chronometer. You have got to do the math. You have got to do the numbers. And you can do that on Chronometer on the first time. And then it will store it for you. And you don't have to keep doing it. But you have got to check it, because you're going to learn how to take a recipe and you're going to be able to modify it to what works for you, because you're going to get a recipe that has a bunch of heavy cream in it, or a bunch of cheese in it, or a bunch of sour cream, a bunch of something. And when you add a whole bunch of little somethings together, it adds up to a whole lot of somethings. And if you don't check a recipe, you look at it and it will say a keto friendly recipe. And yeah, it's keto friendly at 45 carbs for one serving. That is not keto friendly to us. So you will take a recipe that you want to do and modify it, and you will learn. But you have got to take a recipe from any place. I don't care where I get a recipe from, or if I'm winging it and making one up in my own kitchen. You got to put it in Chronometer and play with it and juggle those numbers and figure out where it's at. Okay, it's getting too high. We got a bunch of stuff right now we're trying with allulose. Everybody's heard all the good stuff of the allulose helping bring that glucose down. Yeah, it helps bring that glucose down. It works on that GLP-1 receptor and things like that. But it's like 10 carbs for 2 teaspoons. Like, that's more carbs than I have in a whole day. So again, is it it can be a treat, but again, a treat is once a month, once every couple months.
Watch Olivia's face. RX bars.
Remember those?
We got her at KetoCon bad.
Right? And it's those kind of things.
They gave me the runs. I couldn't do it.
Right. But okay, so it was a perfect learning experience. Now, just know we love the company. We love the people.
Oh, absolutely.
It is nothing. This
people.
is not a personal thing. This is chemistry. And I'm telling you, when you take those of us that are used to no sweetness on our tongue, we're used to under 5 carbs a day. That's our normal. And you add a candy bar that is supposed to be made with allulose and it's all good and 0 sugar and all that. Well, we're sucking these candy bars down like there's no tomorrow, because we haven't had candy bars in forever, and these are supposed to be good. Do you think how many of us veterans are standing around eating these candy bars, and how many hours in until everybody starts looking at the pack like, what's it? How many carbs? They're like 19 carbs for
19 carbs each.
We're all taking turns running to the bathroom, and we're like,
Olivia looked at me and she says, how many carbs are in these? And I turned the package over and was like, I don't think you want to know.
We're just going to chuck this one up for a day. But
yep.
Again, we all learn, but we have to.
But that's also the level that we're at. Right. I mean, most people, if they get to 50, 75 carbs, they are doing great. That's
So,
not where we want to go.
you know, we are literally under 5 carbs a day, and that's our norm. I mean, so
And I'm gonna throw out there one thing to Sarah. I got 4 words for her. I'm gonna do a Dr. Barry on her. Sarah, it's beef, butter, bacon, and eggs. That's it.
Yeah.
So
here's
that's the recipe.
Again, the simple version of everything we do. Everybody do it together. Eat the meat. Add the fat.
Cut the crap.
Cut the crap. Crap is anything that is not meat and fat, literally. So, and yes, that does mean to throw out the veggies and the fruit.
Oh, look at Dorothy. Yeah.
We are having shirts made that say that, actually. So, but seriously, that is if you're out in a restaurant and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I eat? You eat the meat, you add some fat, and you cut everything else. Don't bring it to the table. Don't let it deliver. Don't let it come out in the drive-thru.
Do you want rolls with that? No,
Nope.
I don't.
Don't even bring them to the table. Eat the meat, add the fat, cut the crap. Crap is anything that is not fat and meat. If you want the quick version and
Make it
get
simple.
you over the hump, that is the easiest way to do this. You guys got this.
Any questions out there tonight?
Yeah, I have one. I meant to ask it earlier and I forgot. We were talking about, you said it didn't matter how low your DPR went, but what about your ketones? As long as you're not diabetic, it doesn't matter how high they go. Is that right?
Nope, that's
I
not
had it
right.
one day that they were 6.3, and of course it all comes up in red.
Right. Okay. So here, great question. Okay. So here's a lesson in that. Ketones can go high. I mean, Olivia's had crazy ketones. So off the chart ketones can go high as long as that glucose is down. Now, if you start going up and that glucose is up, now we got a problem. So if that glucose, usually when our chemistry is correct and you are truly getting that low of a DBR, that's because you've got your chemistry correct. That means your glucose is getting low, your ketones are getting high, and you are killing it and crushing it. That is what your goal is. You want that. Now, as long as you feel okay, some people will get so much ketones in circulation, you almost get a hyper feeling, you get a palpation, kind of feeling. As long as you're feeling okay, you're fine to keep going. That is what you want. If you're not feeling okay, then you break. You break with some bone broth, you have some fat, a little bit of protein, whatever. But the whole key in that is it's high ketones, low glucose. Now,
Low
again,
glucose.
keep in mind that if your ketones are going high and your glucose is going high, you have a problem and you need to stop and break. So that's ketoacidosis, and that is not what we want. That is not what I want you to hear. Anybody in the medical field, we were all taught ketoacidosis is the big no-no word nobody wants to go near. And the first time I heard keto, that's what I heard too. We all did it. But that is not what we're doing. Ketosis is different than ketoacidosis. There is completely 2 different chemistry shifts going on. So again, ketones can be sky high. I mean, we've had 8, 9, 10.
I think Olivia's been off the chart. I think her Keto Mojo wouldn't read anymore.
Yeah, it starts flashing high, like call 911 or something because it's flashing high. But that glucose is low. So that's the difference. It's not both going sky high. And that's where that difference comes in. So be mindful of that. But that again is where our chemistry shift. We know what our numbers are. And that's another good thing of tracking. So.
Well, mine was 85. That was actually the day after I came off a 72-hour fast.
Good.
And I'm like, okay. Why is it flashing in red? I wish you wouldn't do that.
What's it go up to, Olivia? 10?
I think it quits reading at 8 or 9.
When mine was, I've had the highest ketone I've had was 11.3, but my at the time my glucose was 42. So yeah, it's exactly what Tammy's saying. Your glucose needs to be way down, and you're okay if your ketones are pretty high. And again, it depends on how you feel. If you don't feel good, then you start eating again. But usually when you have those kind of numbers, you feel really good. I mean, your mind is clear. You got lots of energy. You won't sleep very much if it's that high. But again, ketoacidosis a lot of times happens with diabetic that are, what is it? Type 1. It's, so it's what we're doing is nutritional ketosis and then going into a fast. So, your ketones being high are not dangerous as long as your glucose is low. Yeah.
It's 2 complete different chemistry shifts. So just be mindful of that. And it doesn't matter 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. for God's sake, you know, most of us mere mortals can't hit that if we try.
That's just impressive.
I mean, that's just so,
Wow.
but it's just so cool. And if you, again, and we love to put Olivia on that pedestal and applaud her for the work that she's done, but she's done the work,
It's
ladies.
work.
That is where
that's what we're putting on the pedestal, is the actual work, dedication and determination and drive and whatever expletive you do that she has done to get herself in this position.
And just know, we have traveled with her. We have lived with her through traveling and stuff like that. She comes prepped and ready.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she's got a cooler packed and ready. We're not leaving this to chance. And when we're all on a roll like that, it is so cool to travel with people that are like-minded like us, because I mean, what we buy, we go to the store to fill up the fridge at the condo, you come back and everybody knows what we're eating. It's all legal that's in the fridge. Or is it somebody sitting around eating ice cream and bonbons while the rest of us are trying to, you know, eat sardines? You know, when you travel with like-minded people, it is awesome. And
it's cheap.
She does it. I mean, she does it. She comes prepared. I mean, listen, they traveled for how long, and beautiful places, and only ate out 2 times. Who can say that on vacation? I mean, that's dedication. So nice work. We're proud of you guys, and we are blessed and honored to call you guys our tribe.
Absolutely.
So we love y'all.
And it was an awesome Thursday night.
Yes. First Thursday. We got this, guys. I think we got something going here. So it's gonna be good. All right. See you guys over in the group. If anybody still wants in, please go to journeytoketo.com and sign up for the classes if you want in. We are doing the stuff with the 21-day course on metabolic kick with drboz this month. So I will be probably a little MIA in the group, but my guys will have it. We have moderators over there trying to help monitor everybody. But anybody that wants, we are still doing the group coaching through the 21-day thing with our people too. So jump in if you want in. And
also just go over to the website and click around, see what we got to offer.
Check out our Amazon storefront.
She's going to push that really hard.
I'm clicking on everything now.
Yep. We got to do the whole thing.
The clicks are killing me. Like, who the hell gives credit for clicking? Like, this is what our jobs have come to, people.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's working on social media front. It just blows my mind. It's you have to laugh about it or you'll go insane, because, you know, when you've worked a
9 to 5
real normal hands-on job, these click things just make you laugh. That it matters what you click on. It matters how many comments or how many thumbs up you get, or like, yeah, I'm officially old.
The way of our world these days.
Absolutely. Right? All right, guys, have a great week.
Love y'all. Have a good week. Bye.